Mole. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Femme Squad. And as usual, I'm your favorite girl and the one Alfred. You can't find me anywhere else except right here on TAF TV. And if you're just joining us for the first time, you are at the right place because Femme Squad is all about trending gist, real life matters, societal problems, and of course, gossips. On today's episode, we'll be talking about a popular Nigerian artist who just lost his life on the 12th of September 2023, and his name is Ile Orioluwa Alobi, popularly known as Mohbad. We'll go on a quick break right now, and when we return, the show continues. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we are discussing the death of a popular Nigerian artist known as Mohbad. Now the question is, what happened to Mohbad? Apparently, Mohbad lost his life on the 12th of September 2023, and it is reported that the cause of his death still remains unknown. But then, recent tweets has made us realize that before he died, he said that when he dies, that Nigerians should hold Naira Marley responsible. Now, why is that? That is because he was signed to Malian Records. Now, on today's episode, we would love to dissect and discuss on this matter. Now, it turns out that even after he died, he was buried in a very gruesome manner. The videos that we've seen online proves that his dad wanted to actually bury him that same day at midnight. Now, if not for the fact that the village leader, what do they call?
The chief, the chief, yes.
Okay, if not for the fact that the community chief kicked against it, Mohbad would have been buried at midnight.
Yeah.
And the problem is why? Why would a father want to do that? I know that my father wouldn't do that. Now, apart from that, he was even buried in an undersized coffin. His head was squeezed inside and very terrible. Now, I won't be doing this alone, of course not. I'll be doing this with our amazing ladies. Yeah, I'm not excited because of Mohbad. How's fun now?
It's really sad to see young people die like that.
And
7 years.
So pathetic.
So for a country that depends on their youth are very important. They are the future of tomorrow.
Of course.
It's really sad to see a young, promising, talented, young. Oh, I'm saying young twice because
He's really young.
it's really young.
He was really young. Alright, we've all heard from our ladies, they are so emotional. Well, I am too, but then, anyways, I would love to ask us, what do you guys think would make a father want to bury a child so early? Do you think that he's guilty? What's your take on this?
To me, I would say that he's a suspect.
He's a suspect.
Yes. Because we all know that they are not Muslim.
They are not Muslim.
Yes. And it's only Muslim that once you die, they bury you immediately. So how come that immediately he died, he planned burying him that same night? Could you imagine? That same night he died. If not for the chief of the community that stopped him, he would have buried him that same night he died. So to me, he's a suspect.
And
To must have buried him immediately without at least waiting to know. And they were saying that he was still breathing before.
Yes,
that
we've seen viral videos of him breathing. Meanwhile, somebody in the video was saying, Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead. It makes no sense.
So the dad is a suspect. Yeah, he's a suspect here.
Alright, let's hear from you, Kosi, because I mean all of you are just so emotional.
I'm really so dumb.
It's so pathetic.
It's so
to think that I don't even know him. But I know his song. That's I listen to his songs, but I don't know that he wasn't that song. When I heard that he was there, I was like, who is this? It was when people started coming out and they brought the music to limelight. So I was like, oh, so he was the one that sang this. So and for the fact that his song is even more popular than him is something else. And for the fact that the father had to like bury his son like that. Even if
do you think that it's after the properties? Because we saw videos where he was saying, look at my house, look at where I'm living,
There's something called unfriendly friend.
Friends.
Yes.
Oh wait, let's come in from another angle. Personally, I wouldn't like to fault a father for killing his child. I wouldn't like to. I don't actually like the sound of that. But anyhow, everybody around him is a suspect right now. His girlfriend, his friends, his neighbors, his father, everybody should be a suspect right now.
It was a mysterious one.
I feel towards the father, we actually have unanswered questions. What if this man was threatened to bury his son that early?
Now, who would threaten him? That's the question.
He should open up.
Today he's saying
That's
one
an
thing, tomorrow he's saying
unanswered
another
Well,
thing.
because a father, you have a lot to protect. I assume that Mohbad will have other siblings. What if he was threatened? He's in this position that he just wants everything to die down so his other children will not be at risk. Let's look at it from that angle.
Yeah, you have a point there, but still, the fact still remains that as a father, you have some certain responsibilities towards your kids.
Yeah.
You understand? You can't just because you are threatened, you can't use because of that because you are trying to protect others. Quite alright, you are trying to protect others, but there are things that you cannot do as a father. Okay, let's just say he was threatened. In a scenario where he was threatened, right? He was threatened, and he had to hasten up the burial, right? And now people are coming out. People are supporting him. Why did he open up?
Thank you. Point 111 tick 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 right.
That's it. Why did he open up? Because now all eyes are on.
In fact,
The whole world. If anything should happen now, they can hold the person responsible.
Exactly.
So now he has people. He has the support of people, Nigerians. The police commissioners, they're already on the matter. So why can't he open up?
That's a very great point. All right, now let us come from the girlfriend's perspective. Now, we've heard that before he died, that he has a son, a 5-month-old baby.
Yeah.
Now, social media, we've seen pictures of the child and all of that, and then a popular social media influencer has come out to say that is very dark man. Has come out to say that the child doesn't look like Mohbad. That the child belongs to somebody. That they should do a DNA test. Now the question now is, considering the fact that this lady has not come out to say a word, do you think that she's guilty?
I would say she's guilty. I would say
okay, just okay. Let me finish this question. Do you think that she's guilty? One, and if you were the girlfriend, what would you have done?
Firstly, I would say she's guilty because only the fact that her husband just died.
So she's mourning.
She's mourning. Yeah. She can't just come out and be chasing clouds. People, even Nigerians, will be like, you are meant to go inside.
Yeah, that's true.
Her silence is even the best thing. Once she opens her mouth, Nigerians will attack her.
That's true.
You understand? So the best thing is to keep her mouth shut and mourn her husband. She's mourning, you understand? Secondly, if I were I'm not quite alright, but if I was to be in her position, I feel that's the best thing I would do. Silence. A whole lot of silence speaks louder than words.
But
you are mourning. You are mourning.
Her silence is making people think that she's
it's better you leave people. It's better to leave people to wonder than coming out to open her up and say rubbish. What will she say? This is what killed my husband. A whole lot of musicians, men are going through a lot, not just musicians.
First of all, it's established that
first
of all, social media is not the right channel to rant.
Exactly.
They are the authorities. Any evidence she has, I think she should go forward and show
present it.
Social media is not a platform for her to rant. So anybody that is faulting her for whatever reason, that is a wrong thing to fault her. That is not the right channel. She's supposed to transfer aggression.
And also,
they are the
people that are
authorities
talking
there.
about the DNA for someone that just died.
Do you think that they are
being
inhumane and they are being insensitive?
I'm telling you, this are it.
As far as Mohbad himself never complained that this child does not
belong to me.
Who
Who gave you that right? Who gave you that right?
Actually, it's nobody's business.
Who gave you the
Who
right?
gave you that right to question the lady?
He never questioned. We never heard him question.
Never.
If he did that behind closed door, we don't know. So nobody has that right to question and to
As
request
per, like,
for a DNA. Nobody has
that's
that right.
even if you are to talk about it, you don't have to come out and open your mouth. Just because you have freedom to talk, that doesn't give you that right to, as soon there is money and all that. You can't just come out to bring something like this.
This all
That
brings
is
us
sensitive.
to another point that some people are monetizing Mohbad's debt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I feel that was just a means
Chasing clout.
to chase clout.
Exactly.
So, ladies, please hold on. Are we saying that our popular social media influencer is using social media to chase clout?
It's possible.
It's possible.
Most
It's
of them are
possible.
using it.
If you're on social media, what you want is engagement. Whatever you're doing, you need people to like, you need people to follow.
Comment.
If not, you're there for nothing. You need that
Once you're
engagement.
talking about
So it's
Mohbad,
possible.
everybody will
And
know.
now people have come
Face it.
out. People have come out and people are talking about it. Nigerians want to hear more.
Mhm.
And once you are talking about him, people are rushing like.
Exactly.
So much of-
Rushing to your-
Towards that, I feel that everybody
Yeah.
should just focus on justice for Mohbad. Let's forget about
That is the most
his
important thing.
son, his
It's
the
none of their
property is
business.
well divided, is his wife cheating on him. Let's just forget about it. Let's focus on the young man getting justice. That's the most
That is the
important
most
thing.
important thing because before he died, he went through a lot.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
we've seen a lot
Like every time that I
evidence.
see his pictures, I see his videos, it makes me teary, it makes me emotional.
And he was trying to communicate.
Yeah,
through
through
his
his
lyrics.
lyrics, he was
Even
Now,
trying to
his
communicate,
videos,
but
even none of his
Nigerians,
music.
but
Now,
people were
in
not
respect,
really
now,
into
in
it.
respect to him communicating through his music,
Yeah.
and in respect to him even sending out tweets last year, do you think that Nigerians too also had a role to play? Do you think that we did not pay attention? Because people are saying that if you're bullied, speak up. He spoke up. He spoke. And yet nobody heard.
People really they
Like,
felt
yes,
reluctant.
so do you
They
think
were
that
taking it as a
Nigerians
mere music,
failed in
just
that
a normal
aspect?
music that would do listen. So they didn't really take it serious. They just felt reluctant.
And the thing that this guy wasn't popular, his music was
Exactly.
but he wasn't popular.
Exactly.
That's
It
the
was
music. And I don't
even his
understand
Most
death.
people won't agree with you. I actually knew him very well.
To me, it
Or
was
maybe-
just
Maybe
it was
a
just
certain tribe or something or certain.
Not really about tribe. It depends on what you consume. That's just it. It depends on what you consume. Although some people can be very famous, like we have the likes of Davido, Whiskey,
Yeah.
Burna Boy, but
Exactly.
to me it was just
But
his
Mohbad
death
was
that
in the
made
industry.
But the fact that he
Money.
wasn't exactly.
it was his death. So I never knew about Mohbad.
Now, all right, ladies, considering the fact that everybody is saying if you are ever bullied, speak up. Don't keep quiet. Don't do this. Don't do that. Guys, we've seen tweets where Mohbad actually spoke up. He talked about how he wanted to leave the Malian records after finding out about certain truths that threatened his peace, his career, and his health. Now, those truths we don't know. But then he said that after he found out about those truths, he decided to leave Malian records. Now, what happened when he went to Naira Marley, who is the head of the record label, the other boss, you get, after when he went there, to tell him that I don't want to do this anymore, I want to change my manager. Now, apparently, his manager was Tunde, that is Naira Marley's brother. Do you get the drama? So he went there saying, Oga, I don't want to again, I want to leave your record label. Now, apparently, from the tweet, he said that the situation got really aggressive, that Tunde in particular actually assaulted him, that he got agitated and it ended in violence. And now the funny part is that even Naira Marley himself also encouraged those people to beat him up. And now he even said that he has videos of this thing. You guys, now, based on the fact that we know that, based on the fact that he spoke up, yet people did not hear him. Even me, I did not hear about it. I did not see that tweet. So, what do you think that Nigerians failed to do? Or rather, what do you think that Nigerians failed to do during that period? Like, what do you think Nigerians failed to do? Do you think that we are partly responsible for this thing? Because this guy spoke up and yet nobody paid attention. Even the Nigerian police didn't even pay attention. And this happened October 2022 last year.
Can you imagine?
Okay, concerning that, I feel this whole Mohbad death is an eye opener to us. we as a country, we are not so familiar with people trying to communicate their pains through their music. We are not so familiar with.
I am very familiar with them communicating their pain through their music. I am very, very. Do you know how I knew when Tiwa Savage? In fact, I've actually had that mindset for like forever, but it then became a reality for me when Tiwa Savage sang "Somebody Song of Everyone." I just, while others were vibing to the song, me personally, I was like, this baby is crying in her heart. Her soul is crying out for a man. Okay, so this, okay, it's the truth. These artists are always, all the songs that you hear, they are communicating what is happening to them. They are also, expressing their feelings. Even when that song, Femme, was it not Davido telling Burna Boy Femme? They are communicating their saga, assurance. He's communicating his feelings for Chioma. A lot of things.
We just take it serious.
Most of us, we just vibe.
We just
Like,
do it
you
and
know,
all
like,
that.
yeah, there that have this mentality.
That
Even
we are
now, if
communicating
not
through it.
exactly.
So now, in respect to what we are saying now, are we saying that Nigerians should learn to pay attention to these people's lyrics than just vibing and is that what we are saying?
This is a call to pay attention, not just lyrics, not just musicians, because there are a lot of people being bullied.
Nah.
What of that little boy in Dowen College? Am I?
Okay,
Okay,
that's
that's
true.
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was.
Even in secondary schools, you send your child to boarding house, the child is being beaten. Personally, I experienced that. So I knew what it was like, how I felt, how that affected my self-esteem. So I understand. It's not just, and sometimes when you're trying to, I'm trying to go outside, but when you're trying to communicate with your parent that this is what I'm facing, I don't want to go back to the school. Sometimes you see a child crying, I don't want to go back to the school. Because I remember I cried a lot to my parents, I don't want to go back to the school, but they kept taking me back. Because they did not understand.
Gave them reasons, or you were afraid.
Yeah,
Were you afraid?
you saw that fear in your child, I was so scared. And my parents were just laughing, okay, you're too young and you don't really
They
understand.
did not understand your feelings.
They did not really understand. They felt it was something I should just grow over, I should learn to fight them, that kind of thing. But I never learned to fight them. Although it affected me in some way, but thank God the effect was not too dangerous. But it affected my self-esteem in many ways, but thank God the effect was not physical. So we ask ourselves this question: how many people are being bullied and they show us those signs?
And even when they show the signs,
we just ignore them. It happens always. We just ignore it. Like the example I just cited, my parents kept taking me back to that school, but I was crying out. So what if something would have happened to me?
So are we saying that people should learn to be more sensitive?
Yes, let people be more
And also
sensitive. Let's
parents.
listen.
Parents
To
play
people.
a major role.
Let's
here.
listen to
You
others.
understand?
Very important.
Parents play a major role here. Just like she said, a whole lot of people are going through a lot of things. You understand? Parents, as you are training your kids, teach them how to express their feelings. If you are hurt, show it.
Yes.
If you are in pain, show it. Not at times, they be like, you don't have to hear strong girl, you're a strong boy, you don't have to show your pains, that means you are weak and all that. Should they teach them that you have to show your pains? You understand? A whole lot of people they keep it to themselves because they cannot communicate their feelings. And you are trying to come inside to encourage their space, but they're not feeling it because that was not how they were brought up.
Yes.
You understand? So parents have some roles, you understand, to play in a child's life, especially in communicating with your others. Not just sending the child to school. Once you come back, that's why I love my father. Once you come back from boarding school, the first thing you ask, any problem? Are you having any challenges?
So
Very
now,
important.
so now we are saying that
Mohbad's
Mohbad's parents failed to pay attention to his feelings.
To his feelings.
So
And
they failed as parents then.
And I'm not saying that they failed as parents because maybe in some parts they might have done well, you understand, for them to raise such an amazing young man. But there are some parts that they didn't do well, especially in communicating their feelings.
Their feelings. Alright, this discussion is getting really emotional and it's getting really heated. Of course, me personally, I'm already feeling all emotional. But then we'll go on a quick break right now, and when we return, the show continues. Don't go anywhere, stay with us.
Hello and welcome to another amazing episode of Femme Exclusive. I remain your host, Natasha Brown.
And until we change the narrative with what we are introducing, a lot of us are going to continue to stay part of a movement.
So, talking about drums, we have the conga, we have other drums that are just portable, that can be movable.
Her purpose, she needs to find her purpose in life. Because if you don't find your purpose, you'll never really be satisfied in marriage.
I started impacting in the life of my people way before my venture into politics.
Expensive drinks, you have to invite good customers, rich people, in fact.
Not for the poor. Mr. Yiba Coco. This is Tab Exclusive. You know you want to stay tuned to Tab TV if you want more of such amazing discussions coming up right on your screens.
Welcome back. We are still discussing the death of Mohbad, a popular Nigerian artist who passed away on the 12th of September 2023. Now, information that is reaching us and that is circulating on social media is that his body has recently been exhumed, and after his body was dug from the grave, right, we saw blood in the
For someone that was buried something
more than 5 days now.
So, what's your view on this? Do you think that he was actually buried alive? Like, what's your view? Do you think that he's that intentionally? Because this case is really wide. Do you think that he's that intentionally, that a father would intentionally put his son, bury his son alive in an undersized coffin? What's your view on this? What's your view? Let's hear from you, Sophie. What's your view on this?
Well, I wouldn't say anything because most times what we just have are just speculations concerning this case. And then there's still an established case that we were not there. So we don't know what would have played out. And even concerning the blood that was seen in the casket when his body was exhumed for, we don't actually know what would have played out, why that blood was there. It's actually very strange that there was blood there because
Fresh blood.
using my common sense, I don't know whether there's any other medical established term for that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would someone that has been dead for more than 5 days now still be able to bring out blood? I'm actually confused too.
No, it's not fresh blood, it's dried up blood. It's not fresh blood. It's blood that has dried up. You know when someone dies, it's just dried.
Then another thing, was he actually injured? Was he hit somewhere? Was he bleeding before? Why was the blood there? There are a lot of questions.
Is it assuming that they maybe mistakenly hit him, or
is he supposed to bleed?
That's what I'm asking,
asking.
because-
During the assumption, it's not supposed to produce blood. It's supposed to have been congealed.
Another
Because
thing,
nothing is going through again, you understand?
definitely.
So I really don't understand. It's even medical terms. I don't know, maybe assuming there are any of us that are medical students, maybe they'll help us. Because this is a sensitive matter. We can't just make assumptions.
Yeah.
You understand? So we just have to wait for the police to give their final judgment on it.
All right, now let us tackle Naira Marley, Sam, Larry, Sim, everybody that he called out in his tweet. Let us tackle all of them. Now, we all heard that Naira Marley was signed to NDLEA, Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Now, question one, why would a drug law enforcement agency sign or rather endorse somebody that has been guilty or that has been arrested 124 times in Beckham? Is it Beckham? Beckham, yeah. Why would they endorse somebody like that? Question one. Question two. Do you think that, in fact, we all know that Naira Marley is a prime suspect? Do you guys agree that the police should arrest him as a suspect? Arrest him, arrest Sam, Larry, arrest all those people. What's your view on this? Let's start off with you, Ngozi. What's your view on this, please?
We all think that they have been tagged suspects, and to me, I think they're suspect because even Mohbad himself say that if he dies, that they should hold Naira Marley responsible. So to me, they are a suspect. And again, why is it that since this saga has been going on, they have not come out to say
They have not
they
said
have
a
not
word.
come out to make any statement or
Yes,
say that they
yes.
are not guilty or they are guilty. So to me, they are a suspect. Since they are assuming they have come out to say, okay, look at what happened, look at how it happened. Nigerians will be like, okay, they will say it in another way, but now they have not come out to say anything.
And this rate, if they come
They are
out,
hiding
that's
in different countries. Like they say Sam Larry ran to
Kenya.
He ran to Kenya. He has not come out to say anything about his death. So
what would they run? Like,
exactly.
So at the end of it all, it only means that they are suspects.
They actually suspect.
So the police should actually hunt
Fish
them
them
down
out.
and bring in them for questioning.
Exactly.
Now, how about NDLEA? What would make a drug law enforcement agency endorse a drug dealer?
It's for you to see how bad our system
Now,
is.
let us not
Well,
forget
if I
the
should
fact
come
that
from another angle, I actually don't fault NDLA for endorsing Naira Marley because it's a two-way kind of thing.
okay.
Naira Marley has a lot of followers on Instagram, on all social media platforms. He's a Malian boss. You know that time, I don't know whether you guys remember that time it was trending, everybody was like, we are Malians, we are Malians. So there were a lot of people, a lot of young people following this guy, loving his lifestyle, loving the kind of things
They
he
even
does.
started
smoke.
sagging,
Yes,
people stopped using belts.
People were
Even
even dropping out from
influenced
school
this
then.
generation.
Yeah, people were even dropping out from school. Even the late actress, Ada,
Yes,
she had to even tackle him that period.
Yes,
He left. A lot of young people were actually drawn to his personnel. So I feel like if this kind of person with over 7.4 million followers
And over 124 arrests.
okay, wait. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about if that kind of person that people look at as a drug idol will come out and say, I no longer take drugs. You people should stop taking drugs. I'm now a saint. I'm repentant. He starts, if he's advocating for no drug use, it will actually do a lot in the minds of those.
So are you saying that NDLEA endorsed him strategically? It was more
Yes,
like
it was really a strategy.
But it's not as if he was even influencing them. Like,
No, he
really did influence.
He was influencing people.
Yes.
Some people stopped using their belts. Who knows what they did? Because all the videos of Naira Marley is always smoking something.
Yes.
Who knows who would have smoked because he was smoking? So I don't actually fault NDLA. We also have to ask NDLA the question: why didn't you investigate the person you were making your ambassador?
Thank you.
Why did you ask him?
are you influencing the younger ones negatively or positively? That's the
Okay, it could have been a strategy. They might be like, okay, let's use this guy that a lot of people look out for.
That's
People
still
look up
makes sense.
people look up to him that he's a drug addict. Let's just use him. Maybe if he comes out and say, repentant to
he
make
never
more
came
people
out.
leave drugs.
He never came
No,
out
he
to say.
advised people once he was endorsed. He
But
advised
in
people
all
to leave
his
drugs.
music, all you see is smoking and all
Yes, he's influencing drugs. What if he brings a different kind of thing? What if he starts telling his fans, leave drugs alone? It will do a lot in our youth. It will do a lot.
But still, nothing happened.
It will do a lot. But I'm asking why I'm actually blaming them. Why didn't you investigate this person? Was he not investigated?
Now, even despite the fact that they ignored his 124 arrests, even now that he has been accused of a whole lot, why have they not, what's the right word please, for lack of a better word, why have they not endorsed him as their brand ambassador? Why? Why haven't they removed him as their brand ambassador? Do you know that even Council of Narcotics actually came out to urge them to denounce him as their brand ambassador? Why are they quiet? Why will such a prominent body be quiet?
It's for you to know the system where Nigeria is running. The Nigerian system is not stable, and I used to say it only favors the rich. If you are not rich, if you are not rich, you're on your own in this country. Assuming the prime suspect is not rich, like doesn't have anything. Right now, the police have supposed to have arrested the person, but he's well connected. The person you're talking about is well connected, and it's not just someone that they can do anything. The NDLA can do anything with. They can't just do it like that. You understand? They need some pressures from Nigerians. You understand? For the fact for the fact that you can't tell me that they didn't consider, they didn't read his history. It's not possible. They didn't see the 124
public figure
arrests. Exactly. You can't tell me that for them to even make a brand ambassador, you know what it means? That means you're clean. You're clean. But you can't tell me they didn't see this. It's just that they saw it and still overlooked it.
And because
they knew what they
are
are
thinking out of the box, making him their brand ambassador. Why don't we use the leader? It's a strategy. Why don't we use the leader?
I get the angle where Sophia
Why
is
don't
going
we
to.
use the leader?
I understand you.
But still, to make someone that has been arrested 124 times, why did they look for other people? If they are convicted, if they are actually using that strategy.
Exactly.
He's not the only person that has followers. There are a lot of people that are clean all day that have portfolio that people are also looking up to. Imagine making young ones, almost all of them are sagging.
Yeah.
Like I remember Malian, I'm a Malian.
Yeah,
People are dropping like teachers will talk to them, they will say, I'm a Malian. Is that the influence we want? Is that what we are teaching our younger ones?
All right. Let us round up by talking about Naira Marley because he is the center of this discussion. He is the if we have to look at this thing, he is one of the major reasons Mohbad is dead. Because even in his song "Walking Dead," he was expressing himself as somebody that is walking, but he's dead on the inside. That's how I see it. That's how I see that. I see that music that
he even says in one of his music that if I die, that Nigerians will love me. Like
Nigerians will love you more.
More. Exactly.
So on that note, right, and considering the fact that Nigerians, some people have actually said that Naira Marley should come out and beg for forgiveness, so that he should come and apologize, blah, blah. So what do you think?
It's not about forgiveness.
Okay, chill, guys.
Talk about
because this
that
continues to happen.
So what do you think that Naira Marley
should be brought to justice
for Nigerians to forgive him? What do you think that Naira Marley should do?
He should be brought to justice. Yeah, I still say he should be brought to justice. You understand? If not, other people, there are people that are still under, that are still going through this pain. They are not coming out.
Yeah.
Iyabuju the other day went to visit DJ Splash. In an interview, I watched the interview. The guy, he said that they met him run mad. The way the guy was, he was in pain. And then Nigerians are contributing money for his medical treatment. A whole lot of people have been under this demonic and a lot of people are suffering it. Some people are mad. The wrong man. Imagine they brought your son home mad. How will you feel? And the way the guy was talking, he was speaking out of pain. It was like that. The way they handled him, they manhandled him. They have the evidence. Evidence show. We have many evidence there. So they should use it and bring them to justice. Else, other people, they will continue to suffer. Because a lot of people are coming out because they have the support of Nigerians.
Yeah.
So as they're coming out, now the government, the police, they should do everything possible to bring them to justice. Else, a lot of people, the people that came out will be harmed.
Definitely. All right, let us hear from you, Sophie. What do you think that Naira Marley can do for Nigerians to forgive him? Because right now we've seen videos of people smashing his portrait. I saw a video where some people unfollowed him. He lost over 400,000 plus followers.
500 followers.
And people are even saying that if you are still following Naira Marley, you are
or they hear you singing any of his music.
Yeah.
It's not about Nigerians forgiving him. It's not about Nigerians forgiving him.
Him and Sam Larry and every other person that is
them.
involved.
It's about justice being
Exactly.
prevailed. So Naira Marley should avail himself to the authorities, explain his own side of the story. As a crime source said, he should come out, explain his own side of the story.
Exactly. That's the only way.
That's the only thing I can say about it.
So that's the only way that Nigerians can forgive him.
Let's hear
about forgiving him.
and we have a lot of evidence against him.
We have a lot of evidence.
Yes, just like this other guy, Zeno or something. People are people are telling him that he should speak up that because the way they are seeing him, he's not normal. If you should see his before picture, yes, and now picture, you know that him too is also passing through what this Mohbad passed through. So
one lady came out to say that, I don't know whether it's true, but one lady came out to say that even when she asked him why he's slim and all that, even the Naira Marley had to starve her for 2 days. I don't know whether she's the one that actually said it and all that. So they have a whole lot of speculation. But the DJ Splash, he came out. It was a live interview.
Many Nigerians are coming out. I just came across a video where a man was like saying that her daughter dated Naira Marley and they broke up for 13 years now, that the daughter is mentally ill. Why? After broke up, she broke up with Naira Marley.
And all of this is because we are hearing that he's using drugs on them. There is one audio tape that came out where somebody said that these drugs make you
hallucinate,
feel like people are pursuing you.
You are hallucinate, yeah, it's true.
As well.
Alright, we've come to the end of the show. I mean, we have a whole lot to talk about. This Mohbad case is really deep and it is really sensitive. So far, so good. We've seen all the evidences on social media. But personally, for me, I will state reasons why Naira Marley is a major suspect and why the police should call him in for questioning. Number one, we've seen the viral video where Mohbad said that if I die, Naira Marley is responsible. That is that's for me is more than enough, because I have heard people say there is no proof now. Why should they arrest Marley? That is more than enough. He said it. Apart from that, he even said in his tweet that he went to tell Marley that he doesn't want to be under his label anymore. What happened? Malians and his people, beat him up and all of that. That is proof that Naira Marley physically assaulted him, and he said that he has the video. So, Femme Squad urges the Nigerian police to please search for this video, ask questions, bring out this video. Another reason is because we've seen, in fact, there is a popular artist that has come out. His name is Sim Larry. I hope I'm correct. His name is Sim Larry, and he said that he left Malian Records for his life, that he had to run for his life. We've even seen, what's that guy's name? Zinoliski. He was healthy before,
of course,
but after he joined Malian Records, he became skinny. What would cause that if not drugs? What more evidence do we need? How can somebody come from hero to zero? From grass to grass. That's just so it makes no sense, and that is just a tip of the iceberg. We've even seen DJ Splash.
Came out.
Evidence there, they show, they choke. We actually seen these things. He was healthy before he entered the Malian industry. He was healthy before, then after how many years he became skinny. So I hope that with these few points of mine, that the Nigerian police will please use this evidence to bring. We are not saying that you should arrest him like that, because some people will say that there is no evidence, but we are saying that they should bring them in for questioning, because they are major suspects. And also the constitution of this country states that anyone that unlawfully physically assaults a person is licensed to 3 years imprisonment. That is what the law of this country states. So on this note, Naira Marley is guilty of physical assault based on the tweets that we saw on Mohbad's X handle on October 2022. Alright, this is where we draw the curtain for the day, and for Mohbad, Femme Squad is saying, rest in peace, Mohbad, we love you, and
we love you.
We love you so much, and the fact that your name is really resonating, your name has really brought in light into this generation. Your name has really awakened the youth of this nation to light. We are saying, we love you and rest in peace. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you for staying with us to the end of the show. And If you have not yet followed us, please do well to follow us on all our social media handles. Of course, we are TAF TV.